welcome back to my channel. I'm Amanda, and today I am playing with my counterfeit kit challenge with a 3 pages of 3 prompts and Stamp and Stencil Savvy. So these are the pictures I chose. I did do a little bit of background work because I wasn't sure what 2x3s that I wanted to use. And I don't have a lot of photos that actually work right now for the 2x3 size. But I did find these ones that my mother-in-law gave me a while ago. And so I thought I'd use those ones. I did show you the little frame that I made out of scrap paper to help me visualize what the 2x3 would look like, because the ruler wasn't doing it for me today. And then I have these 2 stamps that I put in my counterfeit kit challenge to do the stamp part of Stamp and Stencil Savvy for this month. And I pulled out a whole bunch of distress oxide colors. And this stamp is from Ali Edwards from the Habit stamp story of the month. And I'm using Worn Lipstick and Spice Marmalade to start with. And I have a little piece of foam in behind, and I am just gonna randomly stamp this with these 2 colors to start with. I pulled the colors, other than the orange, from the pictures. So my daughter has the green that I'm going to use, and then my mother-in-law, her Nana, has a pink and blue and green in her shirt, and then there's obviously a lot of blue and green in the background. So, and then I thought this would be fun. This was one of my ideas for a forgery for the counterfeit kit challenge, because there was a page, like a paper like this, a little bit in the kit, but I wanted to do it for this, so I'm doing it for this. so the prompt for Stamp and Stencil Savvy this month was colorful stamping. So definitely stamping, and I don't know if I call this colorful yet, but I am going to get the blue and the green in here, and then it'll definitely be colorful. This stamping would be phenomenal for like a birthday page too, and you can do it with any kind of circular ones, would be easy to do, but this random stamping you can do with most stamps that have like that are like a shape. So I'm super happy how this one turned out this month, so yay. I do believe this blue is broken sky, I think, but it could be, or stormy sky. Stormy sky, I was thinking something else. I think. And then I pulled out Salvage Patina. I was going to use peeled paint, but then I wanted the green to match my daughter's shirt a little bit more, and this kind of works. So, and a lot of this you're not going to see because I have those 2 4x4s and those 4 2x3s to go on this. So yes, a lot of it's going to get covered up, but I wasn't quite sure where and what for my where my 2x3s were gonna go. I did have a pretty good idea where my 4x4s were gonna go, but I wasn't gonna worry about leaving white space on here to like, it's ink, it's and it takes me like not that much longer to do the little bit, and then I don't have to worry about if I change my mind, because let's be honest, I change my mind a lot when I craft. So making sure some of them go off the edge, just to make sure that I thought that would give a little different interest. Adding some more Worn Lipstick. I love this color. It's such a pretty color. Actually, I like all these colors, but that pink, so pretty. One more green and then one more orange. And then I think that ends up being all of it, and you can see me wiping my stamps off. This is just a non-alcoholic wipe, like a baby wipe, non-scented, no alcohol, no so it's pretty pretty easy to use on them. And you can see like I dropped the ink pad there. So I'm just going to use the baby wipe and just mess up the edges a bit. And then, yes, I did make a mess with that blue, but it's not as noticeable after you get all the other stuff on here. I'm also going to take the black and distress this edge, and I am totally happy with the messiness of that, and did that on purpose on the edge so that there is some of those lines because I just wanted to. And then you can see this piece of pattern paper I gutted, and that one came from my counterfeit kit as well, and I just wanted something on that, and so I thought this would be a good one, and it ties in some of the more olive green from the pictures, and so gives more color, and then also ties in this more olive green of the 49 and Market film strips. So for 3 pages, 3 prompts, the 3 prompts this month were 3 2x3s. I've got 4. 49 and Market, and lyrics as you're journaling, like song lyrics as you're journaling. So the song lyrics as my journaling I did on the printer off screen before I started, and they are from a Wiggles song because, yeah, they're on the swings. So that just lent that really well. I'll tell you them in a second. And then these I thought I'd cascade down, kind of overlapping like this, but then after I got all the stamping done, and wasn't feeling it, and I really try, because this is what I was thinking, and this was what my vision was, and then I'm like, no, I kind of like it in a grid. Yep, I do. I like that in a grid. So I'm like, okay, changing. So I'm going to use my T-square to make sure this gets on straight with that photo. And then I don't use my T-square again. I just get my head right in the way and do it that way. Why use the tool? I don't know. It's all good. Other than you see my gray hair. And then I'm going to glue these on with just a little white glue. This is the glitter glue. And then I was like, maybe I want another one. So I pulled out another green one because I have another green one. So there's 2 greens, an orange and a blue. And why not? I could have replaced the orange one with a blue one, but I put the orange on the background to tie the orange in. So it doesn't matter. It's all good. So overlap those. And so those are not staying square with the photos, just to kind of break up that grid a little bit. And then this is my journaling, and it says, push me on a swing, feel the air through my hair, swinging on a swing. And so that's from the Wiggles. And I literally Googled songs about swing for kids. And I was like, oh, Mateo listened to that song anyway. So it works in lots of different ways. But I was like, song lyrics. I don't know. So now I'm just trying to figure out where I want them. I printed them in a few different sizes. So this is 25 font. I also printed it in 20 font and 16 font. And so I'm thinking, maybe. But then I'm like, I'm just going to put on a title. So I decided my title can be Push Me on a Swing, because why not? And I'm using the alphas that I used yesterday. And I decided these ones would be good because it has the pink that is in the background and the pink that is in Nana's shirt. And so I thought that would tie those two together a little bit more. And it's a little girl's page. Let's put pink on it. Why not? And then I thought the title for the swing could go on the bottom here, and I'm not feeling it. And I'm like, I don't know. And then I'm deciding that that's too big, but this is why I printed out a few. And so that's a better size. That would have been okay there. And I am going to back it on the pattern paper that I've got. But I'm going to move swing first. And so I didn't think it was going to fit here because of Nana's head, but it totally will. Totally will. Just slide right into that space, and totally happy with that. And then my journaling is going to go on that leftover piece that I gutted, and it's just going to get the tiniest bit, but it gives it a little bit of definition from the background. And then it is going to break up this grid just a little bit more. The swing for the title does break it up a bit, and then this will too, and that goes on kind of center. I think it's mostly center. I eyeballed it. And then I pulled out 49 and Market these butterflies, because why not? Mostly because this kiddo gets butterflies or ladybugs, and I had butterflies nearby, and it's 49 and Market. So a little bit more 49 and Market for the 3 pages, 3 prompts, and definitely got the color for the stamping on there, and the 2x3s, and the song lyrics. So I'm just finishing up a little bit. And then I was just trying to look at that pink one there, and I was like, nope, but it really stuck to those prints. Those prints were done on a print, like a home printer, and so it wasn't going to come up, and I didn't know the washi tape could stick that well, so it's going to stay. And then I am putting some of the butterflies in the frames so that they're color matching, so an orange one in the orange, a green one in the green, in 2 spots in the green, one in each of them, and a blue one in the blue. And I thought that was pretty cute. Just looking to see if there's any other ones I want to do. Just double checking that I have all of the things that I need, and I totally do. And here is the close-up. So for Stamp and Stencil Savvy, there will be a list in my description box below. It is a traditional hop. And for 3 prompts, 3 pages, there is a playlist, and it will be listed below as well in my comments, or in my comments. I could put it in the comments too, in my description box. Man, words. And I'll also have the Counterfeit Kit Challenge blog and Facebook group linked below as well. Thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate you. If you would like, subscribe, and comment, I would really like that too. And have yourself a wonderful day.